You can't go wrong with a pizza at any party or get together. But a deep dish pizza is on a whole nother level. The deep dish pizza originated in Chicago, and as the name suggests, the crust is deep and resembles more of a pie or bowl. I've created a nod to this for Marley Spoon, as the recipe is quite involved and we want to make life easier, especially for a party. So I have some pita breads here that I'm just going to put inside a ceramic bowl. I'm going to bake it like this and it will just create the shape naturally. So I'm just going to use some spray oil, but you can always brush with oil. Now all you need to do is to put them into the oven for about 10 minutes until they're nice and crisp. Next step is to start chopping. I have a recipe called pepperini in my book, which is just like pepperoni, except using zucchini, hence the pepperini. Slice it in half lengthwise and cut it into half moons. So it has all of the wonderful spices and flavours. Now you can use eggplant instead of zucchini, but I'm going to use both today. And in a pizza is a good way to introduce eggplant to kids if they're not too keen. I love how it soaks up all of the flavours in the sauce. Cut it into 1 centimetre chunks. We want it to be nice and tender. These Marley Spoon recipes come together quite quickly, so I like to get all of my prep done first, and that way you don't have to worry about stopping and starting when you're in the middle of cooking. It's called mise en place. Some garlic. Just remove the tip and squash the clove with the blade of your knife to remove the skin easily. I also remove any of that green stem. I'll add the zucchini and the garlic later on, so I'll put them into 2 separate piles. I have a chorizo here. You don't need too much of it because it's really packed with flavour and a little goes a long way. So again, just chopping it into small chunks. And now I'm going to add the chorizo and the eggplant together with some spices. So I have some dried oregano here. Good amount of smoked paprika, some smokiness and guts. And then this is the adults only version, so I'm going to add some fennel seeds and some dried chili flakes. I've ordered more portions from Marley Spoon, so I can make smaller versions without a couple of these spices for the kids later on. Some oil. I want to get this all started in a cold pan because the fat from the chorizo will render slowly and the eggplant needs as long as it can get on the heat. Some pepper, and of course some salt. Put that on a medium heat and then we just want to give it a good stir until it starts to sizzle. When I was travelling through the States, I made it to Chicago once and I went to the restaurant where the deep dish pizza originated. One memory I will never forget. It was absolutely delicious, but a little bit unhealthy. Okay, it's starting to sizzle. The spices are really fragrant. So next step, add some tinned tomatoes. And the zucchini and garlic, and a touch of sugar, just to balance out the acidity of the tomatoes. It also helps to balance out the spices too, but it is optional. You don't have to add any if you don't want to. Okay, so while that's cooking away, I'm going to check the pizza bowls in the oven. These are looking great, so I'm going to turn them out now. Put it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. Step number 5. This is looking good. So I'm going to finely grate some parmesan here. I like to use parmesan because it's got lots of flavour. In a deep dish pizza, the layers are actually assembled upside down, starting with a thick layer of cheese, then the toppings, and the sauce is put on top. But for ease, I'm just throwing everything in together in the pan. Just ends up nice and melty and oozy. The kids will have no idea how many vegetables are in here. Give it a good stir. The bases should be done. Just going to dress salad, because we all need a salad with our pizza, something fresh. Got some mixed salad leaves, balsamic vinegar here. some oil and toss it together. And Marley Spoon delivers all of the ingredients that you need to your door. All right, let's put it together. This is definitely party food or fun for dinner. My deep dish pizza party.